Alright, so I tied this bug up last night, this fly that looks a bit crabby. I posted it on the Facebook page, and a lot of people seemed to like it, and they asked for, there were some people anyway that asked for a video. So I'm going to try to do that. I've only tied this once before, so I may get it all just completely wrong, but we'll see. It's basically an EP spawning shrimp that's been a bit modified. So we'll start off. One of the things that I'm using that's a little bit different is these eyes and tubes. I got a few packages of these, and I've really been liking. You just slide them on to the eye, and that sure makes it easier to tie with those. So I'm going to put this in the vise here. Alright, I'm going to put down a layer of thread here. Please excuse me for putting my scissors down. I understand I'm not supposed to do that, but I do anyway. So when I put these the thread down, I'm going to put just a little bit of super glue down, and then I'm going to slide these eyes back up, trying to get those to at least stay there. It takes a little bit of work to get these not to move. You can't just build up thread behind it, because it'll move the eyes towards the base. Okay, so now I'm going to tie in some legs, and I just got these. These are sand-barred silly legs, and I'm really liking the look of these things, so I'm going to tie in some of these. Right there at the base. I'm going to take some crystal flash, not too much. Get that all secure in there. I'm going to take some diamond braid. Now, there are probably some tricks I can use here to get the underside of this to look better, but I'm just not doing that. Alright, so now I'm actually just going to wrap back up over all of this to tie in my little crab arms. And you can see that these are just rubber bands, and I've just tied a knot in them, and that's what I'm going to use for the arms, or for the pinchers. Can fashion those a little bit more into pincers after I'm done. Alright, so now I have EP fibers, and I'm just going to take some clumps of this tie this in right behind the front pincer. So flip this over to the other side, secure that down, and then I'm going to flip this over. Alright. So basically, I'm going to make this thing resemble something like a big fluff ball, and then I'm going to trim it down. Running low on the CP fiber. So it's hard to see how this is going to look like a crab right now, but we're not done with it. Alright. I have just a little mono I'm going to use as a weed guard. Get this finished here. Flattened a little bit of the end here and crimped it. So it makes a nice foot for my weed guard. I haven't tied a lot with weed guards, so there may be a better way or some other tip to get this looking right, but I'm almost positive there's some tip, but I don't know about it. Alright, I'm going to put a little head cement on that. Alright, and then I'm going to start trimming the beast here. Making sure not to cut any of the materials I've tied on here. Alright, so I have these pincers here. I'm just going to cut them to look kind of pincer-like. See, so just cut a V in there. They start to resemble pincers. Just giving it a nice little haircut. One thing I like to do with a lot of my flies, especially the ones that have the eyes in the back, is I've been tying more and more with sort of reverse style flies with the eyes in the back. Is I'll get some. I use the Loon UV clear fly finish, but you can use clear cure goo or whatever else. I put a stripe of this along the underside of the fly, and the hope is there that it acts like a keel to help this thing float that side down. And it's going to be a little bit long here. Alright, so what we end up with is a fly that looks something like that, and I can color these to look as I want them to look, but kind of buggy. Alright, that's it. This is now the second one of these I've ever tied. Alright, hope that helps.